Let's talk about the iOS 14 update. It's been out for a while. A lot of people's concern when it comes to Facebook advertising. So I just got off the phone with the Facebook rep a few days ago and chatted more and got more details regarding this before I just came up with my own assumptions. So first of all, I don't think you guys have much to worry about with the iOS 14. What is the iOS 14 update is basically saying that Apple is requiring their users to opt in or opt out of advertising more or less, or having their sharing their data. I'm going to assume Facebook and Apple are going to come to an agreement, right? Like with some money involved to make this work. I'm also going to assume that it's going to be much like the location-based thing. Most people are used to opting into things. So again, there's a large percent of people on the Apple iOS platform. Obviously, the iOS 14 is new, and more people, as they upgrade their phones, will eventually go to that platform. But just like most things, most people are used to opting into things like the location services of where you are located and so forth. I think most people are going to opt into sharing their data. It only is beneficial for Apple to eventually come to that agreement, obviously Facebook to work together. But let's say if they don't, they're on iOS, they're on their mobile phones, and what that means to your e-commerce store, your website, or so forth. So when somebody goes down that platform, it really, now iOS on the mobile platform, right? This does not, if they go to their desktop and they're working on their computer, it does not apply to that. It's only when they're on their mobile phone. So now you won't have that data. The data that you can see is if they do a video view ad or if they click a link, then you can see that data. But you won't see the data from a standpoint of like certain landing pages they went to, add to carts or purchases, or if they became a lead, which is a drawback. Though if you have email software out there that captures that lead information, you can still track that progress. So yes, it's a little more work on your end, but then you can track that progress, upload that data into Facebook, and then use that as a lookalike audience and build that audience up. Obviously, it will be less automatic when people opt out for that data to show that you're tracking a conversion on a purchase or a lead or an add to cart and so forth. So the data will be lost in that regards. But let's say they use their mobile phone like most people do. They use their mobile phone to look at an ad and then they go to it. A lot of people then go to their desktop. And once they go to their desktop to make that purchase, now that is tracked. Obviously, when they purchase or when they add to cart, that data will show up within your Shopify platform or whatever platform you may be using for your e-commerce store. It will also show up in other analytics software. But when you are with the iOS platform or somebody's using their mobile phone, wherever my mobile phone is, so they're using their mobile phone to go and purchase your stuff directly, that obviously won't get tracked. So that, unfortunately, that data will be lost. It will affect the algorithm until Facebook and Apple come to an agreement and work things out. This is not a huge thing for you. If people purchase, you can go through and look at your number of purchases based off the amount of money you spent on your ads and see if the ROI works in your favor. So it will take a little additional work, but this is not like it's new. It's not like Facebook's data is perfect. And so we already know in most e-commerce platforms, when we see a lot of purchases coming in and Facebook only accounts for so many, then the data is a little lost, through the weeds with the attribution settings and so forth on how long Facebook can track that person to a purchase. So if you're, real quick, you will want to adjust your attribution settings from not a 28-day cycle, but a 7-day or less, which I would recommend anyway before this update happens. I'm a big believer in when somebody goes down and clicks your ad, you want them to purchase fairly immediately. Granted, that might be different for higher ticket items. It takes a longer period of time to convert them into a sale. But for your quick lower tier from a price point items, then people will purchase a lot quicker. So how do you do this? Set up the attribution setting. So I'm in a Facebook account, and you can see some of the older ads in here. And if I go into the ad sets here and I click on this ad here, I just click edit. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, right? Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's some options to show more. That's not the one you want. You want the very last option, and you can see an attribution setting here. You can click edit, and then you can adjust it. So they don't even have the options anymore. I'm not gonna mess with it, but that's as simple as what you have to do to make it a 7-day click, 1-day click, so forth. And there's a few different options, and you can choose which one you want for that ad and so forth. But that's how easy it is to change that attribution setting. So you want to make sure that's adjusted in all your Facebook ads going forward. And again, I don't think this is something that you can worry about. I relate it to a lot like the Y2K thing. It's a lot of stuff that we freak out about. But at the end of the day, can you run ads and can convert sales? Yes. Is the data going to be as clean as perfect? No. Is marketing and advertising only going to get more challenging across all platforms and sharing data and all that stuff? Yes. So that's great. So us experts out there will keep pushing through, keep making money for our clients and ourselves, and generating sales and conversions and leads and all that great stuff, when other people are going to be hit and not understand what to do and how to get that Facebook algorithm working for them because there's less options or it is easy. So hopefully this was helpful. It's just a quick update on the iOS 14 update with Apple. Like I said, keep running ads. If you ever want help, you can reach out. We always work with people, work with other organizations and companies and businesses to grow their grow their ROI and create better content. Then in the day, it's always about the message and the offer that's going to convert customers into purchasing or becoming a lead that you can sell them either over the phone or on a higher ticket item. Hopefully this was helpful and useful, and we appreciate you liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'd love to hear your comments on what other challenges you might be having with your Facebook ad platform or running Facebook ads. All right, thank you.